Well, a friend of mine, a couple doors down the road, needs a pad put in to set up a camper for his mother-in-law to live in. So they've got a septic permit and they need a clearing made and a nice flat spot back there behind the house that they live in so that she can have her own private space. And I threw the dozer on the trailer. I've drove it down the street before, but I don't really like doing it. It's inconsiderate or disrespectful to the neighborhood. It chews up the road. I know it chews up the road. Nobody really cares, but I don't want to be a disrespectful person, so I've thrown it on the trailer. And let's go head over there. I got to push a couple trees and make a nice flat spot, maybe cut him a road, see what else he wants to do. Might be doing the might be digging the leach field for him as well. We'll see. Well, I've cleared all the power lines with this tree pusher up in the air. I'm at like 12 foot 11. I've been down the road with a 13 foot high load before, so I was pretty sure, but figured be a little cautious. I came down the road in two-wheel drive, but low range, first gear, just easing down the road in case I snagged a line. I'd be able to stop it quick enough before I'd yank it down, hopefully. So time for me to block this trailer up and unload, and we'll get started. Good looking red oak on the property line. Another red oak, good looking white. Here's what we came up with. I kept enough pitch for drainage. So the last thing that I want is for the water to be pooling up underneath this camper. So they're going to situate a camper up in there slightly angled, and they're going to build like a hay barn style of roof covering so that just so that the camper lasts, since when they're out in the sun and exposed, they really don't. I did my best to prevent any water from coming across this side. So there's a little bit of a berm, just a little. I had to bring a lot of dirt forward and to take it from pretty far back. So I would say I pushed 160 feet, 180 feet from where I took that fill to get it up there. And its only purpose is to create a barrier so that water either pools and percolates in right there, or so that it comes down and exits down to the runoff creek over here. So that was a major component for me, and I wanted to give him a nice flat area, a good transition. When he comes down here to set the camper, obviously it's gonna be down through there, but I also felt like if this was my property, let me walk up to this end so you can see how much of a flat, because this right here is all that was required for the clearing for this camper. It's not a very big camper. Just this area right here is all that was required. But I needed to fill this area in. I couldn't dig it down. I had to take dirt. Now, we took out the trees that were ratty looking and put the camper at risk, which one of them was completely hollow. But I had to get all this dirt from back there, which created a really phenomenal parking area or flat spot or place for him to store, a car trailer, or put his tractor implements, something like that. I mean, everybody needs a flat spot. Everybody needs a nice clear flat spot. So just as a consequence of scraping dirt, he gained this really big parking area. And I wanted for there to be a good sort of driveway. This still has to get feathered in, but my dozer's a little too sloppy to do really precise work, and he has a land plane, so I know that the machine's in the way, but basically the camper's gonna sit in here, and I wanted there to be a nice passageway to drive back there and either park something back there or turn around or just whatever it is. And I guess I've done the best I could. They wanted this tree to stay, and that'll get feathered in by hand with a rake. Just this little transition zone here. A couple rains and it'll get compacted. But I think it come out pretty well. But the rake has been phenomenal. It got shined up today. It's 1x4 steel, and I couldn't be happier with this thing as far as what you can do with a tree spear. The bigger tree that I pushed over was right here. I managed to get the stump out, but you can see it snapped right off. That tree's totally hollow, and if you were gonna fell that with a saw, you wouldn't have any hinge wood to really direct it. So it was a lot safer to give it a push with the machine. It went over easier, faster than I expected it to. It just snapped off. And so I drug up them other ones right there so he can cut them up. And there's going to be a septic system comes through here. He pulled a permit for that, and they came and perk tested and did their soil analysis and whatever else, and they gave him a layout. So I guess he's going to get gravel in here and get that compacted and then go from there. So if he's happy, I'm happy, and he says he's happy. So what do you think, Vance?
Love it.
Love it. Good deal. Well, thanks for watching. God bless. Praise the Lord.